Monday, the 22nd of July 2019. Good morning and welcome to your local news for today. In the news, the Minimum Wage Act approved in Parliament. Day of the Migrants will be celebrated on the first Sunday of September. No dengue epidemic in Suriname, and our country is against unilateral sanctions against other countries. In Suriname, a worker may not earn less than 1,428 SRD per month. That is the minimum wage that comes with the adoption of the Minimum Wage Act approved in the National Assembly. The law provides for the establishment of a wage council that in the future will advise on the fixing of the minimum wage. According to the Labor Minister, Suharto Moestadja, this law serves as a starting point to further regulate the legal certainty of the worker at the bottom of the working class. The minimum wage is not calculated per sector, and the level of the poverty line nationwide is not yet included in this phase. But in the following adoption, they will be taken into account by the appointed wage council that will determine the minimum wage in the future. Minister Moestadja says that it is important for the government that every citizen that works can enjoy a decent life in Suriname. All oppositional groups in Parliament abstained in the vote except for DO. The law on the minimum wage was adopted last Thursday with 28 unanimous votes. The first Sunday of September has been declared as the Day of the Migrants in Suriname. Henk Herenberg announced this as the chairman of the anniversary committee. He further argues that this initiative is the result of a comment from the president that commemorations, now spread throughout the year, should be centralized. The committee looks forward to the first celebration on Sunday, the 1st of September. The Day of the Migrants will have an annual character and will start this year. The anniversary committee made this proposal earlier this year and recently received approval from the government. According to the committee chairman, Herenberg, efforts should be made to ensure to bring different groups closer together to achieve national unity, and nation building. The president, therefore, thought it was a good idea to come up with one special day. This is not an extra day off because of the fact that the decision was made for a Sunday and not a fixed date in September where all groups express what they represent. The committee has informed its members during a special meeting in the press center last Thursday about the Day of the Migrants. In the meantime, as the government already made the decision and different groups are informed, what now remains is to give substance to the chosen day. On this special day, all groups will display what they have to offer, and the location and an overview of an extensive activity program will be announced at a later time. There is no alarming situation in Suriname when it comes to dengue. Astrasia Warner, the Deputy Director of the Public Health Care Office, BOG, indicated that compared to the region, there are far fewer registered cases of dengue in our country. The BOG is working hard to reduce the risk of a dengue outbreak. Dengue is a virus that is transmitted by the Aedes aegypti mosquito that lays its eggs in clean, stagnant water. This mosquito is mainly found in the tropical and subtropical regions. The virus can be transmitted to anyone, and the symptoms of dengue are mild to severe fever attacks, sometimes accompanied by body aches, pain behind the eyes, muscle and joint pains, and also skin rash. According to figures from the World Health Organization, this disease has increased 30 times in recent years. It is also expected that annually there will be 50 million infections. It is also expected that annually there will be 50 million infections. Right now, there is an epidemic in Brazil and Honduras with 4 registered cases of dengue. That is not yet the case in Suriname. Warner indicated that efforts should be taken to work on raising awareness in the society. It still happens too often that waste is lying on the streets and plots that can become breeding grounds for the mosquito. Keeping these places clean is not just a task from the government but also from the community itself. And Suriname is fiercely opposed to unilateral sanctions against Cuba and Venezuela. This is what Foreign Minister Ildis Polak-Bakeley said yesterday during her speech at the ministerial meeting of the Non-Aligned Movement, NAM, in the Venezuelan capital, Caracas. The minister is further of the opinion that Suriname, as a relatively small country, considers it important to state its position regarding compliance with international law. She believes that every country should be responsible for its own internal development without interference of foreign powers.
My government, therefore, also condemns the application of extraterritorial or unilateral coercive measures or laws as unjustly experienced by our sister nations of Cuba and Venezuela. Mr. Chair, the achievement of sustainable development for our nations and peoples in a world of peace and stability requires more dialogue and joint endeavors. I emphasize the need for joint endeavors. The relevance of multilateralism and respect for international law has proven to be essential for our coordinated actions. Geopolitical developments of today urge us to adhere to dialogue, embrace peace diplomacy, and always stand firm for the principle of peaceful coexistence.
The minister indicated that this meeting is being held at an important moment because she believes that the meeting reflects the efforts of the member states to continue to take action which allows the movement to address current political challenges effectively and efficiently.
Mr. Chair, that is why today Suriname's message is about making the non-aligned movement relevant again, making the principles that we all embrace work for all of us. We need to revive the Bandung spirit, the spirit that elevated us so strongly when we started through a renewed cooperation and solidarity.
This meeting precedes the 18th NAM Summit that will take place on October the 25th and the 26th, 2019 in Baku, Azerbaijan. And the non-aligned movement was founded in September 1961 in Bandung, Indonesia, to unite countries that did not feel bounded to the two largest power blocs from the Cold War, namely the West and the Eastern Bloc. The NAM now has 120 member states, and Suriname joined the movement in 1975. That will be all for the local news for today. Have a wonderful Monday, and until tomorrow for a new edition. Bye-bye.